Good morning, it's Nancy today. How are you this morning? Is everything wonderful or are you even up yet? I guess this is before some of your up yet times. But I'm up. It's been raining here in Georgia, so I took two gourd seeds and I put them in the ground where I had made a place for them last year. Everything is yellow. I wonder if that would help it. Anyway, I planted two gourd seeds in separate holes. I didn't have to dig. It was already done up for last year. I thought it never gets cold here in Georgia. I mean, we've had the cold snap that they call winter, I think. After all, it is, the 12th of January. Winter must be over by now. So, it's been raining, which is pretty rare now. So the ground is wet. I thought this might be a good opportunity to start these plants and see what happens. It'll take a few days before they're up, but we're having quite the warm spell here now. I think it's 70 today or 70, whatever, 23 yesterday. Celsius. Why is it that I always yawn when I start making a video? I don't yawn all day, but I make a video and I yawn. It's the weirdest thing. Anyway, I have Willems on Skype. Actually, he's not up yet, but the Skype is facing, see the Skype in the living room? Is facing see, that's where he sits, is the chair there, and that's where he sits to light the fire, which is right there. But the sunshine is pretty bright over here right now, so it's obliterating the chair that I left a mess in. There's my jug of water. I was going to put it away, but I forgot. Never got around to it. Anyway, so when Willem gets up, I can see him. So it's almost like not being gone. Mostly. I told him about swimming in the local pool, so he's going to try swimming. And he's going to go to the dump, but he doesn't video at the dump. I'm sorry. Hey, I never got any comments on the last videos at the dump. How'd that go? I made 2 of them that I posted. I think I made 2 more that are still in the queue. There I go again. These are the put you to sleep videos. So it's 9 o'clock. I think I woke up at 8:30. Yesterday I went back to sleep and I slept till almost noon. We both did. It was very nice. But my back was a terrible wreck all day, so I thought I better get up today. I washed my hair at the pool yesterday with Pantene, and I used the cream rinse on it. It was pretty smooth. And it's got its shine back. I'm a little concerned about all the chlorine in the pool. It's not, the chlorine doesn't hurt your eyes. There's some kind of a newfangled chlorine with salt in it. So it's, anyway, it's supposed to be very good and powerful, but it wrecks your hair, they say. I don't want it to wreck my hair. I'd have to cut it off to see you can see a shine there. Yes, indeed. These are important things to video about, aren't they? I had another joke for you. It's about the jerk. It's pretty bad, but it's very funny. So this guy calls the wrong number, and the guy on the other hand is really rude to him. And so he calls the right number, goes on with his life, and then he notices the wrong number there sometime, and he's in a bad mood, and so he phones the wrong number, and as soon as the guy answers, he says, "Jerk," and he hangs up. And he gets into the habit of doing this. Whenever he's in a bad mood, he calls this number and yells, "Jerk." Makes him feel better. Terrible joke. Willem doesn't like this joke at all. Anyway, so he does this, and it goes on and on. And then he's pulling into a parking space. He's waiting patiently for somebody to come out of the parking space. And just as the guy's out of the parking space, somebody in a black Camaro comes zooming around the corner and takes the spot. And he can't believe this guy's done it. He yells, "Jerk," at him. Of course, the guy never hears him, walks away, doesn't look at him or anything like that. Then he notices there's a telephone number on the car. It says it's for sale and has a phone number, so he writes down the phone number just for fun. And then he starts calling him and yelling jerk too. Now he's got two people he calls and yells jerk at. Then he starts to feel sort of an obligation to call these guys, and he's getting kind of tired of it. So he calls the guy with the Camaro. Wait, I had it wrong. He never called the guy with the Camaro before. But he's feeling it's sort of an obligation to call. Whatever. Anyway, so he calls. This is before number display comes up. Anyway, so he asks him about the Camaro. He says he'd like to see it, and where is it, and he gets it all written down, and then he calls him a jerk. So. And then he calls him frequently and tells him he's a jerk. And then the other guys tells him he's a jerk. And then he's getting tired of doing this. He's sort of feeling it's sort of an obligation to make these calls when he's mad. So he calls the first one up, he calls him a jerk, and then he stays on the phone. And the other guy says, "Are you still there?" And he says, "Yeah." He says, "Stop calling me." And he says, "You want to do something about it?" Then he gives him the first number, the first person's address. And says, "Well, this is where I live. You come on over if you don't like it." And then he calls the guy with the address, and he tells him that he's coming over. And then he calls the police, tells them there's a gang fight going down at this address. And then he comes over to watch. And he parks in a distance, and all these two guys are fighting it out. And then the police come up. They swarm up with the police. Now, don't do this at home. Very bad for your eternal salvation. But it is very funny that anybody would do such a thing. I just thought I'd share that joke with you. Alright, well, this is hope made you smile. This is your daily update, coming to you from Athens, Georgia. Ta-ta!